Hey everyone, I'm Minal from the band Dorje, and over the next 3 videos I'm going to teach you 3 simple beginner drum grooves to get you started and help you branch out. So let's get on with the first one. Alright, let's get straight into it. Groove number 1 is a pretty simple beat. It's kind of regarded as the classic sort of, straight ahead rock groove. And just because it sounds simple doesn't mean that it's not a really important groove to master. Because if you can't play this one solid and in time and with the right kind of power, then the rest of your kind of rock grooves aren't really going to sound great either. So this is definitely something you want to spend some time on. So we're just going to break it down. It's a pretty simple pattern. Let's start with the hi-hats. You're just going to be playing straight 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't worry about dynamics for now, just try and keep them all at the same volume. We'll build the rest of the groove around there. So, let's get on the hi-hats. So if you're behind your kit or electric kit, or if you're sat at your desk, or you watch this on your phone and you've got your knees, then slap along. So we're going to have hand on the hi-hats, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So just focus on keeping that really solid for now. Don't worry about the dynamics or anything, just keep the hi-hat just doing that. Okay, and make sure that your foot is pressed all the way down on the hi-hat pedal so that it's closed and you get this sound instead of this sound. Okay, now let's bring in the snare. So if you're right-handed, cross your hands over, left hand's going to be on the snare. I actually play open-handed, which means my left hand are on my hi-hats, right hand's on the snare. But I play this groove right-handed, so if you're just starting out and you're a right-handed person, then it's going to be a bit easy for you to see what's going on. So right hand on the hi-hats, left hand on the snare, and we're going to play the snare on 3, just on 3. So if you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, with your right hand on the hi-hats, the left hand on the snare is just going to play on 3. So count along with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, pretty simple. So that's introduced that next level of coordination where you've got 2 hands going, but remember, it always falls with the hand. So there's no alternating going on. So just remember to lift up and come down at the same time. Okay, so now you've got the backbone of the groove, which is the hi-hat and the snare. Now let's add the kick drum to give it that structure and to give it the drive. So to start with, we're just going to play the kick drum on the 1, and we're going to keep the snare on the 3. Don't worry about the hi-hat hand for now, it's going to miss that out, so we're just going to go kick and snare. It's going to go kick on the 1, snare on the 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we're going to add the hi-hat back in. So you've got your foundation of 1 with the kick, 3 with the snare. I'm going to add all those notes on the hi-hat. Okay, so hi-hat's going all the way through. And if you're kind of struggling to make it all work, just remember that when the kick is happening, it's the same as the hi-hat, so it's always there, and the snare is always with the hi-hat as well. So, see if you can play this along with me. Right hand on the hi-hats, left hand on the snare, and we're going to play kick on the 1, snare on the 3, and the hi-hats are going all the way through on 1, 2, 3 and 4. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was the first groove. It's pretty simple, but it's a great foundation for rock drumming and for getting yourself like solid and starting to work on your coordination. So make sure you check out the next 2 videos that are coming up. In the next one, we're going to expand on some more kick drum notes and like beef out that groove and give it some more structure. And then in the third video, we're going to look at some offbeat snare accents to really give that groove a different sort of flavour. So stay tuned and see you there.